Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. Ethereum has not really moved much today. We had a little bit of a move to the upside and the ETH chart actually touched the 1.236 Fibonacci extension level at $2,535, plus minus a few dollars depending on which exchange you're looking at. But that was for a third wave in the yellow wave count, my minimum target. So I'm quite happy that it was reached because yesterday, or it was Friday with that top, it sort of had missed it like by $10 or something. So it's quite good that it eventually reached it. And it's worth to watch now for a potential pullback. Okay, so it's now likely that a fourth wave pullback starts. Something is likely doesn't mean it's happening. Okay, we need to see a break first below a certain level, which would give us an idea that this pullback in at least wave 4 is happening. So we are watching for a potential reaction. Basically, we've moved up here from this lower trend line to the upper boundary line of the trend channel, from support into resistance. And now we are watching if the market needs to correct this move again. And we talk about in this video the relevant support levels as well as the next upside targets should we get one more extension higher. First of all, there is of course a short-term bullish and a short-term bearish scenario, as there has to be, because if we didn't discuss a bearish scenario, okay, then you would not know what the plan would be should we break below support. So you need to have that knowledge, very important. Today in our member live stream, the recording is available for all members. We discussed how to deal with alternative wave counts, or generally how do you deal with multiple wave counts, a concept that people who initially get in contact with Elliott Wave or who are new to Elliott Wave, they struggle, and they really struggle with that concept. Why are there additional or alternative wave counts? But it's actually a sign of, this concept of alternative and primary wave counts or multiple wave counts is actually one of the greatest strengths of Elliott Wave. You just need to know how to deal with that strategically and from a tactical point of view. Okay, so there is always going to be uncertainty in the markets. The wave counts, they allow us to make that uncertainty a little smaller, okay? Bring a little bit more certainty into the space, even though there's never going to be certainty. But at least we can deal with, probabilities, and we have a preference. We know what the support levels are. And most importantly, we know when one wave count becomes less likely and when the other one becomes more likely. And this is really key. And this is really the key, the golden knowledge really that the analysis allows us to understand. Pure gold, basically. That is the information you as a trader can actually use for practice. So bottom line is we've got a short-term bearish scenario in which here a B wave might have topped, or we are very close to a top in this B wave. It's a very nice ABC structure, which, as I said, could represent wave B in the white count. A C wave to the downside could unfold from here, but I need confirmation for that. And in my opinion, this C wave to the downside, which can take us into the green support range there, so basically below 2,157, that would only become more likely with a break to the downside of the trend channel, talking about a sustained break here, followed by a break below 2,350. Yeah, so this would be, I would not really trust the white count until it gets really close to 2,350. And I can really only confirm it, as I said, with a break below that level. Because technically speaking, in this move to the upside, the yellow wave count, which is bullish, a wave 4 could technically stretch down to 2,350 easily. Could even go lower, but then it becomes less likely. But ideally, to keep the yellow count a favorite and the preference, and I currently give it the benefit of the doubt because we're holding above support. So to give it, or to keep it the preference, the preferred count, I would like it to actually hold within the price channel. I think it's like, if we break below the price channel's lower boundary line, it's a first warning. And then below 2,350, it's the second major warning that the yellow count is likely going to be invalidated. But the real invalidation does not happen until the price breaks below this wave 2 low from the 1st of February at 2,243. However, we don't want to wait that long, and I can tell you that it's not going to be a wave 4 anymore if it's so deep. This is not realistic. It's too deep to be reliable, okay? So we're talking basically about two main levels, the ascending trend line and then 2,350. And that is the level here that the yellow count needs to hold. And then one more high should take a fifth wave to 2,633 minimally. If the third wave goes a little higher, which is still possible because this is at the moment not substantial enough to confirm any top in place. First of all, I'd like to see a break below 2,475 and then 2,465 to actually confirm that at least wave 4 is unfolding. So if I don't even see that, further direct upside is a possibility. Doesn't mean it's a great setup anymore, but it's a possibility. And then we would talk about 2,571 next, or 2,572. And it could possibly touch that trend line again of the ascending channel. So overall then, if we get the 5 waves maybe in the next 1 or 2 weeks, then after these 5 waves are complete, we can add the next support zone, which would then be the support for the pullback or the correction, which is correcting this entire move up from the 23rd of January low. Just be aware that a break below the orange support region will make the white count the clear preference heading down. That would not mean that the overall trend is changing on the chart. It would simply mean that the microstructure is changing and the trend on the smaller time frame is changing. Or we should rather say the market hasn't given us any evidence yet that the shorter time frame count really or uptrend is actually unfolding. So at the moment it's literally just still sideways consolidation, you could say, even though I give it the benefit of the doubt, as I said, because as long as we're holding above support, I'm focusing on higher. So that level there, watch it. All eyes need to be on 2,350. That's my update about Ether. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.